Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about the recent announcement from Deadline that for The Walking Dead Season 4, an actor has been cast to play Rosita Espinosa. Her name is Christian Serratos. Okay, so I think this is pretty awesome news. That way we know basically for sure that in The Walking Dead Season 4 we are going to be seeing the comic book characters Rosita, Abraham, and Eugene join the fray, which means that the Governor's story arc probably is going to be ending somewhere around the mid-season mark. Then they'll probably introduce these new characters in and possibly along them leaving the prison, or maybe mix in the hunters somewhere along there, but regardless, it seems like they're starting to mix in those characters that come into the Walking Dead comic book series after the Governor story arc. So I do like that. I think that's great because some of the things I really would like to see and expect to see in Season 4, one of the main ones is the resolution of the Governor story arc. And I think the fact that they're going to be introducing these three in, and maybe more, maybe added in a couple of new characters with them, we'll see. I think that's pretty much guarantees that at least they're going to be moving on from the prison story arc, and they're going to be probably moving on one way or another from the Governor story arc. So very good stuff. Now without further ado, let's have a look at some pictures and let's compare Rosita from the comic book series, Charlie Adler's art, to some pictures of Christian Serratos. Okay, so for our first comparison picture here, we have a face comparison between the actress and Rosita from Charlie Adler's artwork in the Walking Dead comic book series. And I think they've done a really good job of casting actors in the real world that really look like the characters from the comic book series. This one is no exception. She, for me, is like the spitting image of, of Charlie Adler's artwork. I mean, when you look at the structure even of her face, it's exact. Like the eyes, the eyebrows even, for the most part. The nose. It's kind of scary. Like I don't know how they do this, but they did the same thing with Chad Coleman with Tyrese, and so many of the other actors in the show. They just look so similar when they want them to the comic book series characters. And yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much an exact match for me anyway. Yeah, exact. Okay, just for one more comparison, now obviously these two pictures, on the left she's happy, on the right the artwork is showing angry. So it's not an exact perfect comparison, but the angles are, I mean, you can really see how they were able to find someone. Now I don't know who she is. Apparently she's been in Twilight. I don't know about that, but it's really cool how they were able to find someone that matches so closely to the point where even the facial structure is basically exactly the same. Kind of freaky, actually. Okay, so I will put the link to a Google search of her in the description, the actress, so you guys can go ahead and check out the pictures, or check her out depending on what you want to do. But just to talk a little bit about what she's been involved in, what she's done in her career, just from her IMDb, I'm just looking through it now. Aside from Twilight, she's been in a lot of different random shows or different things of that nature. It looks like Seventh Heaven, she was on that. American Horror Story, and lots of other stuff that I really have never heard of, to be honest with you. So it really seems like her main, thing was Twilight. So I think personally she was just chosen because she looks so similar to Rosita from the comic book series. So I don't know. I'm sure her acting skills will be decent enough. She's been in this much stuff, so should be fine in terms of that. In terms of the comic book character, those of you guys who have not read the comic book series, basically Rosita is a character that comes on board with two others, Eugene and Abraham, and the three of them meet up with Rick and the group and basically go off on an adventure to Washington, D.C. because Eugene says that he's been in contact with someone from government there and they're working on a cure, which is complete bogus, and eventually they kind of discover that, and along the way they meet some people that bring them to the Alexandria Safe Zone, which is a new community with a new leader who they basically join, and then from there we see them sort of kind of take over time as characters from the Safe Zone die off. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot more to say about Rosita. She's basically a character that is there with Abraham, and then eventually they have relationship conflicts and things happen, and then eventually she is with Eugene later on in the comic book series story. So she basically survives by being with them. By herself, we don't have too much information about what she did before the zombie apocalypse. She's never specifically stated that in the comic book series. In terms of what she's been given to do, she's never really done a whole lot, to be honest with you. So we'll see how they flesh her out in the television series. I think we'll definitely get to learn some more about her in the television series that we don't from the comic book series, because she's kind of a background character. She doesn't really come to the forefront and do a whole lot too much aside from just hook up with Eugene and Abraham. So we'll see how it turns out in the television series. I'm excited to see the three of them especially, and I'm very excited to see who they're going to announce is going to be playing Abraham and Eugene, since of course if Rosita is going to be in the series, so are they. Let me know what you guys think about the announcement, what you think about the three of them coming into Season 4, probably about halfway through or late season. And yeah, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.